Just for You. Written by Platonics. Read by Arashi. The life of a broke college student could be rough, as Chiaki Nanami heaved a quiet sigh, chin propped up in her hand, that felt like a horrible understatement. She wasn't the type to complain much, preferring to support others and save her energy for more important things, like gaming. But this wasn't a typical situation. What was she to do when the issue deserving of complaint was about gaming? Just across town, the doors should have been about ready to open on a new gaming convention. It wasn't as established as some of the others, didn't carry the same elite trappings and promises of as many important guests. But everyone was talking about it anyway, reading about the events planned, not to mention all the merch available to be bought, cosplayers to take photos with, other fans to mingle with. It was well worth the use of a weekend. Chiaki would give anything to be there. A weekend pass was just too expensive. Her part-time job at the university bookstore only paid so much, and there were essentials to buy, not to mention occasionally treating her friends to a boba tea or something cute they'd been admiring. It just meant her con experience would have to wait. She sighed again, closing her eyes for a moment. She could almost imagine how it would feel to be in there, the autumn chill as she got in line to go in, the excited rumbling of dozens of different conversations around her, the bright splashes of color as she took in all the sights of everything inside the convention hall. No, it was pointless to fantasize about it. It wouldn't magically make the money appear in her account, and, anyway, her girlfriend would be home soon. She didn't want to make Sonia worry about her by acting so mopey. Opening her eyes again, Chiaki refocused on her laptop screen. Before she could even begin to absorb the assignment in front of her, however, her phone pinged with a message. She stretched out an arm and snagged the device from where it sat on the arm of the couch, dangling phone charms clacking against the plastic of its case. Ah, the text was from Sonia. That was nothing out of the ordinary, but the content of it made Chiaki's brow furrow in confusion. Sonia, I am almost home. Are you ready? Chewing thoughtfully at her lower lip, Chiaki glanced at the date and tried to come up with any commitment she might have forgotten. It was nobody's birthday or anniversary. Nothing significant had been planned lately to celebrate. There weren't even any errands in particular that needed running. Thoroughly perplexed, she typed out a quick response. Chiaki, ready for what? The answer to Sonia's question, of course, was a resounding no, unless the thing she needed to be ready for was sitting around at home for the evening. She was in pajama pants and a baggy sweatshirt, curled up on the couch with her laptop and a cup of tea, perfect for making a half-hearted attempt at productivity while bemoaning what she could have been doing instead. No response came to her text. Thus, not knowing what she was supposed to be doing, she had no choice but to wait around for her girlfriend to get home and explain. Thankfully, it wasn't a long wait. No more than 10 minutes later, she heard the creak of the front door opening and closing. Chiaki, I'm home. In here, she called back, setting her laptop down on the coffee table, but not moving from her place on the couch. There was no need to. As expected, Sonia came bounding into the room moments later, sitting down next to her and pulling her into a sideways hug. What was I supposed to be ready for anyways? I'm sorry if there's something I was supposed to remember, she said, hoping it wasn't something that would hurt Sonia's feelings. Rather than be hurt at all, though, she seemed confused, frowning at Chiaki like she was making no sense at all. What do you mean? The gaming convention, of course. It does start today, doesn't it? Oh dear, did I mix up the dates? Before Sonia could start rummaging around to check, Chiaki laid a hand against her arm, shaking her head. No, you're right. It does start today. But I can't go, remember? Too expensive. She offered a sheepish smile, hoping she wasn't blushing. Sonia was the type of girl who'd never had to skip something because she couldn't afford it. It was still a little embarrassing to mention finances to her sometimes. Sonia just shook her head and smiled back, pulling something out of her pocket. Yes, you can. I bought you a ticket, of course. Now, go get dressed.